Coach. Thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Straight ahead, bragging rights on the line in the 46th meeting of the AFC and the NFC in the 2019 NFL Pro Bowl game. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, it's the Pro Bowl. You never really know what to expect, so I guess I'll ask you, what do you expect?
Well, in recent years, it has turned into an absolute offensive explosion, hasn't it? Games in the 50s are not out of line. What you're hoping is that some of these great defenders have a chance to adjust and react. And maybe narrow that down a little bit, but I will say this game is tilted heavily towards the offense's advantage.
Aldrich Rosas of the Giants has the honors as we get underway in the NFL Pro Bowl. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The AFC takes over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Yellow.
Mahomes now on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there on the first play of the game. 59 yards for Patrick Mahomes. What a season he had. First as a full-time starter, and he goes over 5,000 yards, 50 touchdowns, and rewarded with his first Pro Bowl.
And think about if you're in Kansas City, the organization, the team, the city, how well are you set up for future years with that youngster as your quarterback? Not only are the guys on the team excited about it, think about free agents thinking about where they might want to play. If you're a free agent receiver, you're thinking Kansas City.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. That's going to be caught. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
It's a gain of 20. That's another.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. Well, you know, it's hard for some of these guys to get on the same page because they've only been practicing together for a week. But these two, I think they're pretty familiar.
I would say so, right? You go back to OTAs, mini camps, preseason camp, games, the whole deal. They ought to know each other pretty well. And in an all-star game like this, key situations, you find someone like that who you know will be exactly where you think they're supposed to be.
They're going to run. Here's Conner. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the AFC takes it all the way down the field to score on their opening drive. So the AFC, they won the Pro Bowl the last couple of seasons and off to another good start here.
Yeah, how about that? The first touchdown of this game, how many more do we expect to see?
Hopefully a lot. I want offense in this ball game.
I don't think there's any question about it. Rarely do you get defensive struggles in the Pro Bowl.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Breeze in the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. From the gun, it's Breeze. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. For Drew Brees, this his 12th Pro Bowl nomination. Though he hasn't played all 12 years, but still, what a career and what a season. And to do it at this age, unbelievable.
Not too bad for a guy who turned 40 the week leading up to the NFC Championship game. He keeps himself in such superb physical condition and still loves everything that goes along with football. He may play till he's 60.
And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. Well, he was so good throwing the football on third down during the regular season. Why wouldn't it carry over here to the Pro Bowl?
Sometimes that's just who you are, right? If you're good at something during, as you said, during the regular season, so what if it's with a bunch of guys you're unfamiliar with? It's third down, he finds a way to convert.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's NFC football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
You had to figure they'd try and get the ball to Julio early, and they did it right there. And it doesn't take a degree from MIT to know that, so you had to figure, what's up with the defense? You should know that that's coming right away.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. We mentioned the history of this game, the Pro Bowl. Of course, for many folks our age, the Pro Bowl always meant a trip to Hawaii. They held it there from 80 till 09, and again for a handful of years in this decade before the last 3 being here in Orlando.
And there's something to be said, no doubt about it, for getting to go to Hawaii. Imagine being named a Pro Bowler and going home and telling your family, we're headed to Hawaii for a vacation. But think about going to Orlando, especially if you've got kids. All the theme parks, all the great things to do, plus not nearly as long a flight no matter where you come from in the United States. I think it's a big deal and a good thing to have it here in Orlando. Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. You look back a few years ago, Charles, when the Pro Bowl did that 3-year experimentation. I know you're a traditionalist. You like AFC versus NFC.
Yes, I do.
But for the games 2014, 15, and 16, they tried something a little different. They held essentially a fantasy draft for players. Year 1, it was Jerry Rice, Deion Sanders as captains. Year 2, Michael Irvin and Chris Carter. And then in year 3, Michael Irvin again matching up against Jerry Rice.
And one common denominator, every single one of those guys with a gold jacket, all of them in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. So they didn't ask you and I to be the captains and make the picks. And by the way, the playmaker, Michael Irvin, went 2-0. And you know I heard all about that.
They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On is Aldrick Roses for the NFC field goal. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. And he finds his Chiefs teammate, Travis Kelce. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards, the final tally.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. To throw, it's Mahomes. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So on 4th down, out comes Jason Myers for the AFC field goal. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Boy, plenty of distance there as he banks it in.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. So we're at halftime of the 2019 Pro Bowl with the AFC out on top. As we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. So the question, what can the NFC do to come back? We'll ask that of our guys as we send you back to Camping World Stadium.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Breeze and the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So on the big tight end, hold it.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Breeze going to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Well, we've talked about this game being hosted here in Orlando, and you and I are quite familiar with this place, especially you. You live, what, 20, 25 minutes from here?
Yeah, not bad at all, right? An easy trip to come right to the studios here in Orlando. You, of course, have to give a little bit more effort, a quick flight, then you're here, but you've learned this city quite well. And how about it, the Madden Studios right here in Orlando? That's where Coach and the guys hang out as well.
He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Jalen Ramsey of the Jags up to make the tackle. When you think about the history of this Pro Bowl game, there was an all-star game going all the way back to 1939, but it officially became called the Pro Bowl in, I think, 1951.
You're exactly right, and that game was played out in L.A., in the same stadium where the L.A. Rams currently play. And back then, they split it into conferences, the American Conference versus the National Conference. The American Conference won 28-27. MVP of the game, quarterback Otto Graham. Nickname? Automatic.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to...
Oh, he tried to pitch it and the ball's loose. And that's picked up by the AFC. 20. And he is going to bring this one back. A fumble return for an AFC touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Now Myers for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Breeze and the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Breeze. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Charles, this the 2019 Pro Bowl. The AFC's won both games that have been played here in Orlando since they moved it here. Both have been competitive, 20-13 2 seasons ago, and the last year in 2018 it was 24-23 the final.
Yeah, and 2 years ago, Travis Kelce, Lorenzo Alexander were the game MVPs, offense and defense respectively. And then last year, Delaney Walker of the Titans, their tight end, he won it on offense, and Von Miller of the Broncos won it on defense.
The numbers for the NFC on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. J.J. Watt of the Texans there on the tackle.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not got much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Breeze over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A gain of 13. It's a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Here's Breeze to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really doing touchdown.
Michael Thomas, 54 yards. And the NFC able to cut into that lead. Well, we saw that tandem hook up quite a few times during the regular season, didn't we?
We certainly did, and it continues now in the Pro Bowl. You have to know that even if they didn't consciously plan it, you do try and find guys you're familiar with in a game like this.
So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off by an NFC touchdown. And this is going to be secured by the AFC.
Let's go.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On second down now, it's Connor, and that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Mahomes going to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Mahomes now to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he will score. Touchdown AFC. Tyreek Hill, 57 yards. And the AFC is able to widen their advantage. That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with an AFC touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Ready. Ready. Check 55 to mine. 3 ball.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And this is Hurts with it, right side. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Breeze now. That play going for 16 yards. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Geno Atkins got home that time. Now they got to get to the line quickly to try again after the sack. Breeze, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts. as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Brees going to try and throw on third down. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Throw left side on target to Thielen. And all the way in for the touchdown. Adam Thielen, 45 yards. And the NFC able to get a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the NFC going to take a time out their second as they'll stop it with... .25 ticks remaining on the clock. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Mahomes to throw. He's going to look deep now for Landry. Tried to drop it in there, but it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. He was looking for Landry that time. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing.
And Brees is going to go down in the end zone, a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
Here's Hill on the return.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles. Attack! 54 mark, check, block 54.
On first and 10 is counted. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So, Charles, final thoughts on this AFC victory?
Bottom line, nobody appeared to be seriously hurt. That's the first thing we look for in this game. Well played. A lot of...
Welcome to Madden NFL 20. Here you can try the all-new QB1 face of the franchise or enjoy classic Madden with Madden Ultimate Team, franchise, or a quick pickup game in exhibition.
I will not crash. They will not.
Playing scared.
Stop me. Tenfold. Copy. End zone. Watch me. Stance. No man, man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Better